Hey guys, welcome back to Just a Geek in the Garage. Today I want to talk about these general service sets from Icon that you can pick up at Harbor Freight. I know there's been probably a ton of videos done about these. These things have been out for a little while, but the reason I'm doing a video about these now is Harbor Freight is going to be having a 40% off all socket sale coming up here in about 2 weeks or so, just under. And if they did what they did last time, these are actually going to be included within that sale. So these sockets, honestly, I this is probably my most used set of sockets. The ratchet, sometimes I'll pick this one up, sometimes I'll pick up a different one. But for the pricing that it's going to be with 40% off, I think this is one of the best deals you can get for a very high quality socket and ratchet set. So let me kind of go over what it comes with, and then what the pricing is gonna look like, and then get your guys' opinion on what you guys think. So you have the 1/4-inch service set, and you have the 3/8 right here. Very similar sets. The only main difference is the 3/8 includes a couple of adapters. So it has a 1/4-inch to 3/8. It has a 3/8 to 1/4-inch. And then they both have universal joints, a couple different length extensions, and then the fixed head ratchet itself. These are the Gen 1 ratchets. I don't think they've updated them to the Gen 2 inside the sets, and honestly I doubt that they will, at least for a while. But these are great ratchets. There's been a lot of videos done on this, the Gen 1 versus Gen 2, Gen 1 just in general. But, I actually like these ones. They're a 90-tooth ratchet, so they have a very small, arc swing on there. But it's a great ratchet to pick up, especially if I'm doing a very quick job. I have whatever socket I need. I have the ratchet, and I'm good to go. If I need something more specialty, a flex head or what have you, I'll pick up one of my other ratchets. I know that this has been said that these ones have a bit more back drag than some other tool truck type ratchets. For me, it hasn't really been that big of an issue. I just kind of took them apart, put some super lube in here, and then tried to use them as much as I could, and that definitely helped with some of the back drag. So other than the ratchet portion, as you can see, it comes in this nice foam that you can put right in your toolbox. It comes with shallow and deep in both metric and standard, and these are no skip, I believe, sets. So if you look at the metric right here, we have 5 and 5.5 millimeter all the way up to 14 in the shallow and deep, and then you have 5/32 all the way up to 9/16 again in the shallow and deep. On the 3/8 side, we're looking at 8 through 19 millimeter. And then on the on the Imperial side, we're looking at a 1/4-inch all the way up to 7/8. So again, it's a great set. This is kind of in my main drawer, one of the first things I see when I open that drawer, because if I'm using a socket, again, I'm gonna grab these first. I do have a set of the Caterpillar sockets that are made by Snap-on, and honestly, very very similar look and feel. And I'm sure obviously the Snap-on ones are going to be a little bit higher quality than this, but the price difference is massive, and that's where I think something like this really is a good value. So one other thing that it comes with is they both come with let me try to get this on camera, just like a blow molded case. And the nice thing about these Icon blow molded cases is they usually will tell you right there, what it is. So if it's sitting in a locker or a deep drawer or what have you, you can still identify exactly what it is. And then inside, again, trying to get this on camera, it just kind of looks like this right here. And all this is for is you can actually just take the foam, put it directly in there, and then take it on a job site, do whatever you got to do, then bring it back with you. The 3/8 has a box that's similar. The only difference is it comes with a handle as well. So let's talk about pricing. So unfortunately, these went up in price within the last few months, because I remember this one used to be $99 for this set and $149.99 for this set. Now this one's going for $112.99 and this one's going for $159.99. So they went up by $10 and $13 respectively. Still, not a huge increase, but still meaningful enough. But with the 40% off, that's going to bring these things down to, it's going to be about $67 and some change on this one. and about $96 for the 3/8. So for that pricing, for what you're getting the nice foam, you're getting a comprehensive set of sockets in standard and metric. You're getting pretty much everything you need for a normal job where you need to grab a ratchet and a socket, right? So I highly recommend it. I do think they're a bit overpriced if you just buy them without the sale, but still not a horrible deal, because I believe when I did the math on these things, that you're basically just kind of paying for the sockets if you were to buy all the stuff individually, and you're kind of getting everything else here in the middle, and the foam and the case for free. So not a bad deal, but again, $67 and $96. If you're not an ITC member, might be time to become one, just because you'll have the ability to get these a few days earlier than everybody else, because I have a feeling that these are going to sell out, because when I got them last time, they sold out very, very quickly. And if I hadn't been there on a Monday, definitely by Tuesday, Wednesday, they were gone. So tell me, what do you guys think? Do you guys use these service sets? Do you have something similar? Do you think they're worth the price, or do you think they're just you're just paying for a copy of Snap-on? So leave your comments down below, and please like and subscribe. Thank you.